Daybreak is all local all morning, and every Saturday we love to highlight a local company together with our partners at Indiana Grown. And today we have Tabitha with us. She's the office administrator of Small Town Produce joining us. And you brought Tyler. His dad is a farmer at the place. Tell us more about it.
Small Town Produce is a small South Side Indianapolis farm. Thomas works with food banks and some programs in Indianapolis to help reduce food insecurities. He also has a produce stand that he sets up in Greenwood, Indiana, where he accepts EBT, WIC, and senior produce vouchers to help community.
The food insecurity is very important to you guys. That's something that you're very passionate about. Tell us why.
The very basic foundation for well-being and health is having fresh produce and protein and having access to those types of things. This year, Thomas will be working with a few schools that will help introduce produce to youth that otherwise might not have access or introduction to those types of produce. He also works with urban growers, teaching how to grow, more in smaller spaces, and an additional, he just wants to help other small businesses have opportunity to showcase their products and to help the community by welcoming small businesses into what he does.
Now, what's the benefits of being a community-oriented farm?
I think it's a personal conviction, just being able to say that you've contributed and you've given back some of the things that you've received yourself. Thomas is a third generational farmer, and he gets to share his skills, but he also gets to help people where it's very basic, but it's also most important. If you don't have access to the fresh produce and protein, then you struggle in other areas of your life. And also by sharing what he shares, it helps build friendships and helps other businesses grow, and in turn it just feeds back into the community.
And tell us a little bit more about the farm and what you guys grow and what you have available.
This year we'll have produce as we generally do, and it's just a variety of melons and pumpkins and corn and tomatoes, just the regular stuff that you would find at your local farmer's market. But in addition to, in 2025, Thomas will have fresh free-range eggs and whole chickens for the community.
All right. And how long has the farm been in business? I see you have another generation here.
Thomas has been farming for several years. Like I said, he's a third generational farmer, but in response to some of the experiences that he's had and how he's helped the community prior to beginning Small Town Produce, it just resulted in him wanting to do something bigger and better ways to help. So he established Small Town Produce and working with different organizations and companies and trying to help get produce to where it normally maybe would not have otherwise.
And lots of organizations are teaming up with you guys.
We have several right now, yes.
Yeah. And so how can people get a hold of some of your produce? How can they support you?
Currently we have a Facebook page, and it's called Small Town Produce. And that's where we will, during harvest season and when things are ready to start coming out, we'll put announcements, there. But at 517 Pleasant Run Drive in Greenwood, that's where he sets up a produce stand, and he can also be reached by phone.
Okay, well, that's great information to know. We'll make sure to get it on our website so that our viewers can connect with you, and hopefully you'll stick around. And maybe we'll get to talk to Tyler a little bit next hour. Yeah. So thank you so much for joining us and sharing more about the farm. And again, we'll get that information on wishtv.com.